See if I can remove this. I was trying to get that removed off the screen. It wouldn't go away. All right. We're all there. The gang's all here. Yeah. So Lori and James may join us in a little bit. They are went to dinner with their boss because their boss happened to be in the same area that they were in. So you can't miss a free dinner with your boss.
I guess not. Yeah, she was when they was on their live earlier today. James was on the phone with them, and then he got off and said, "Yeah, we're gonna go eat dinner." And I was like, "Wait a minute, what about our ate some tonight?"
Yeah.
And Laura says, "I don't know." I said, "Well, can you please let Angie know?"
Yeah, the way I look at it, our lives are so busy that sometimes, like last night, I didn't realize that last night was Friday and we missed the show.
Life gets in the way.
That was completely my fault. I was like,
"Oh, that's fine." Well, we stopped in Big Springs, Nebraska last night, and I surprised her and got it. There was a Motel 6 next door to the truck
very
stop.
cool.
So I told her I said, every now and then you need to get out of the truck for a night.
Absolutely. Any chance we get to get out of the truck, because a 10 by 10 foot gets very small.
So,
yes.
but now we picked up a load in Cheyenne, and we're going out to Logan, Utah. Then we got to pick up in West Valley City, Utah, and then bring it back to Loveland, Colorado. So
very cool.
Right now we're at the Loves in Wamsutter, Wyoming.
We've been there before. You gonna say hi? You trying to figure out your camera?
Yeah, and I said hi.
Oh.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you?
You're not being very talkative. Okay. I think I got a message, but I'm trying to see. Was Terry wanting to come on the show too? Because I think I just saw a message about that too.
I'm not sure. I can't see my messages.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I drove all day, so I didn't know. So I'll send her a link. Okay. All right, let me get some of the comments. So for those of you guys just joining us, Justin and Chris are not on the show because they have a new addition to their family. They wound up having a little grandbaby last night. Well, technically this morning, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get the login link for Terry.
Start your volume down. Let's see.
Okay,
good
so
evening from Missoula, Montana, USA, and tonight I am going to be having cheeseburger and fries for dinner tonight. Way to go, David.
David, you always have good food and you always make me jealous.
I know, right? It's gonna make me want to go have a cheeseburger tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We stopped at Subway. Well, this truck stop, and he got me a salad.
We had Subway last night, didn't we? Was it last night?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
Chicken stir fry before that.
No.
And then Pam's like, "Hi, everybody. Hello, Miss Pam. How you doing?"
Do you want stir fry again for dinner?
Yeah, the leftovers.
Yeah. I think we're gonna warm up because I made a big batch of chicken stir fry last night and I still got a big old bowl. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I think I'll just. Oh, you watched it? Yeah.
Yes.
That stuff was really good. I had 2 plates full.
Yeah, except for
I put it in a bowl, but I couldn't find the bowls.
Yeah,
found the bowls after we ate.
Yeah, that, and I forgot when I bought the frozen veggies, I forgot to get them without bell peppers, and bell peppers like wreak havoc on them. I'm like, shoot.
Right?
Since we're waiting long enough for the sun to go down.
I know, thank goodness.
So
We were gonna take off driving about 15 minutes ago, but the sun was like directly in our eyes. I'm like, we're gonna wait a little bit, let that sun go down because it was vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
I
Frank.
kept
He
on.
says, hello, Angie and Larry. I miss you guys. Thank you, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Aw.
So
Yeah, every time I turn around, I'll put my phone down, and then there'll be a beautiful sight to see, and I'm like, snatching up my phone again, taking pictures.
yeah, I saw
And
your
I'm like,
pictures. They were pretty. She posted a whole bunch of pictures from Wyoming.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Wyoming and Colorado and Montana. Those are like my three favorites
That's
for
what we're
up
going to be going
north.
through.
I know.
So
Performance past
there
it.
was one that was a rock with a
We went,
and I totally missed it.
we was
Oh,
going
no.
past a rest area on 80, and there was a rest area, and just to the right of it was a huge rock. At the top of the rock, they had carved out Abe Lincoln's head on it.
We've been there. Yes, yes.
And the truck was bouncing so hard and on so much that it would not let me take a picture.
Yeah, the only time we've actually stopped there was at night. But they have it lit up pretty good, so I was able to walk around to the front of it and get some pictures. But yeah, that's a gigantic statue right there. Right at the top of the hill. Yep.
Yes. With my phone, it won't let me take a picture.
Yeah, ours too. It comes out blurry. David says the Montana State Bobcats, both the girls and the guys basketball team, lost in the NCAA basketball tournament in San Diego, California, and they lost to the Tech and Standard of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Beat the Baylor Bears today, and they're going to the Sweet 16. David, what would I do without you with all these basketball updates? Thank you,
Right.
David. And enjoy
Right.
your cheeseburger.
Yes. I think tomorrow night, that's what I'm going to have. There we go.
All right, here we go. 10 hours.
What bone-in pork chops? What did I miss?
Next
Yum?
one.
Oh. Diane said, I am having thick cut. Oh, bone-in pork chops. Oh, and Brussels sprouts. Oh, God, you're
Yep.
making me drool because now my
That was better than my sub. That was better than my sub sandwich.
Yeah, way better than my leftovers. Hold on, let me bring Terry in. She's Hey Terry, how are you? Can you hear us?
Hey, Terry.
Can you hear us, Terry? I just gotta fix her audio. Looks like she's driving.
Should I have my camera facing forward?
No, you can unmute unless you want to. Yeah, you can do it forward if you want.
Hello, Miss Cathie Hilton.
Larry's driving now.
Oh my God.
Okay, the sun's still up pretty. It's like blinding me.
Behind the building.
Yeah, it was behind a hotel, so we were hoping that it was down, but it's not.
It's almost done.
Okay, so Kathy Kilton said,
Oh,
go.
that's the camera. Yeah.
You just have to go back out, come back in. Do we do it for you?
All right. These buttons right here.
Okay. Frank said, Terry, are you able to hear us yet?
I'm here. I can't get my headset to hook up.
There, I can hear you now.
I did something.
We can hear you now.
You want me to turn the camera towards the street?
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second, guys. I'm trying to get Larry back in.
I'll put it up there and they can see you guys and the screen.
Anybody know how to get my headset to hook up to this thing?
No.
No, I don't. I tried to get my Bluetooth hooked up on the other night and I couldn't.
Yeah, right before you come in, where you put your name in, if you click on audio and click Bluetooth or Bluetooth set, it should hook up.
Oh,
It should
okay.
hook up to your headset.
Yeah,
Okay,
then my
cool.
only options were earpiece or default or speakerphone. Like if I go to settings, hit audio.
Okay, can you roll your window? I can't hear Terry. Okay, what did you say, Terry?
When I go to audio, I have my only options are speakerphone, default, or headset earpiece, but it doesn't work on earpiece. It's not Bluetooth. It wants like an earpiece stuck in.
Oh, your headset's not Bluetooth?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It has a problem with the parrot. If you have a parrot headset, it has a problem with parrots.
Oh yeah. Is it a blue parrot?
No, it's a generic. It worked last time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna leave it back in, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Good to see you guys, by the way.
You too, gorgeous.
There you go.
Okay, that's a pretty freaking
Okay,
awesome
Frank,
sunset.
I don't think I have you blocked. I blocked you on some of the live streams, but I don't think I have you personally blocked. But I screenshotted everything, so I will check after the show. So just so you don't think I'm ignoring you. And yes, that is really pretty, that sunset. Okay, and Pam Dixon Hershey said, not sure what I'm having. My son-in-law is cooking tonight. Hello, I love it when people cook for me.
All right, well, this is
Right?
on.
So what are you and Chris having, or did you guys already eat?
I had a All-American Club, which was the ham, turkey, and roast beef, and then
Yum.
she got a salad with ham and turkey and bacon
Yum.
and all that. So
I think they went pepper happy.
Yeah, we had Subway last night. It was actually kind of late. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and we stopped to get fuel. And like, we kind of got the munchies, so we wound up splitting a 12-inch sub. Let's see. Sheila Grady says, "Hey." Mike Mulder says, "Good night, everyone." Good night, Big Mike.
Hey, mate.
Night, Mike.
later, Mike.
Larry, here's your favorite person.
Yes, he's your favorite person. I can't say his name, so I'm gonna let you say it.
All right.
Must see if Terry's in there. Oh, let's see. I cannot
My
see.
throat still is a little sore from it.
Okay, there's Terry. Sorry, guys. The sun is like blinding me. Okay, and Lori just said something. Oh, she just sent a picture of her bosses, Jessica and Cody. Cute. Okay. Make sure your Bluetooth is hooked up first. It should automatically use your Bluetooth. Yeah. Thank you. I should have read that first. Hey, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila, how you doing?
What's up?
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes,
I hear
we
you.
can hear you.
I'm just gonna have to use my speaker on the phone. As long as you
Where
can
you
hear
at?
me.
Where are you at tonight, Terry?
I just got off the Beltway around Minneapolis. I'm heading to downtown Chicago for Monday morning.
Oh. Yeah, we got to be in California Monday morning. My favorite place.
And then I go to Louisville for Tuesday morning, where I'll be staying until the truck show's over.
I know. I hope we get to make it there. We won't know until Monday.
I hope so.
I know. I want to make it there so bad. And so we're crossing our fingers. They're supposed to get us there. We'll find out.
I gotta sit there for 2 days before that even starts. Just, that way I know I could be there.
Have you been there before?
Oh yeah, I go every year.
You lucky sticker. This would be my first one.
It's, make sure your legs are
Yeah,
up
it
to
is
it.
beautiful.
There's a lot of
Going to the concert?
carry a backpack because you get a lot of free stuff.
You'll get that. You'll
I
see that.
heard that. Are you going to be able to go to the Clay Walker concert?
What?
So beautiful.
Are you going to try to go to the Clay Walker concert?
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, Clay Walker's supposed to be performing, I think, Saturday night. They're supposed to have a sign-up booth, like, right when we get there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, heck yeah, that sounds like a free, fun night. I don't know if it's free, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. I know that Terrence, I don't know if you know Terrence. Green
Yeah.
Party. Terrence Knight, I think it is, on his last name, that singer.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He's a trucker that sings like puns about songs for truckers.
Uh-huh.
I heard he's going to be there again this year, and he's a
You're talking about
fantastic
Tony
performer.
Justice.
Tony
Oh,
Justice.
that's cool.
You're talking about Tony Justice, right, Terry?
About what?
Tony
Tony
just
Justice.
I'm trying to think of his. I know his first name is Terrence.
Oh, there might be somebody different.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an African American guy. He lives in Chicago. He's got a gorgeous wife, some kids. They always come down and see him. He's got like
that's cool.
a nickname.
That's cool.
Oh, and he'll take like a song. Okay, like what's that one that like or whatever? Redneck. If I can't come back as a redneck, leave me dead. He'll take.
Okay,
like
you
that
gotta
song.
send me the link because I gotta figure out who this guy is because now I want to hear his music.
Yeah, he's junkie jukebox. But yeah, he'll take like a regular country song and he'll turn it into about truckers. He'll change the words.
Okay, that's
not Brad
awesome.
James, because Brad James
Yeah,
does
and
the same thing.
Terrence, why can't I remember? He's just he's one of the kindest human beings you could ever meet. Him and his whole family are like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Brad does this one called Detention, and it's off the song of sitting
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah, sitting on the dock of the bay. And he turned it into a detention song and everything about how you're sitting there at a shipper all day and watching trucks go in and out, and you're sitting there.
Then he did a tricker version of Still in Cheyenne. I Can Still Make Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good talent out there, man.
So what's the coolest part of the Trek show?
Hanging out in the parking lot.
Hanging out in the parking lot.
Yeah, just hanging out in the parking lot, throwing a frisbee, playing beanbag toss if somebody brought one, lawn golf, grills, grilling out with people, getting to meet new people and other drivers.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
the people there, it's like back in the 80s when we were out on the road. If they have food, they'll share it with anybody that's hungry. If they got drinks, come on in and have a drink. Water, you name it. It's like everybody cares about each other and they take care of each other.
That's cool.
There's usually a lady named Shelly that drives for Hirschbach. She's a very proud LGBT member. Her truck is she'll have her truck there. It'll be all flagged out. And the whole Hirschbach painted her truck, the map of the U.S. And it's all pro LGBT.
Oh.
And she contacts a company and rents golf carts and gets a bunch of golf carts that she'll drive people like to the grocery store. She'll ask people to volunteer to drive people, across the parking lot if they've been drinking. You can get in the golf cart and do tour and stuff. See trucks. But yeah, we'll do like runs to the grocery store for ice, things like that on the golf carts.
Okay, that's pretty smart. Okay, so
the people you get to meet.
Kind of reminds me of how the people convoy was.
The Dallas show is the same way if you guys ever get there. It's so much fun.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I want to see all the cool trucks on the show too.
Yeah, and you'll see representatives from different organizations from the Final Mile. St. Christopher's Fund will be there, and you get to talk with people you've read about, and maybe talk to them on the phone. You'll get to meet them in person.
Yeah, I've had so many people reach out to me from I know for a fact there's 10 people that I have to meet, but I'm excited because there's so many of them that I've known either through phone conversations or Facebook or whatever, but haven't had a chance to meet them in person. So I'm super excited.
Yeah. And also, Angela, if you and Lori, if you guys know that you're going to make, since I'll be there early, if you want, I can save parking spaces so you can park next to each other.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, I know Lori and James.
Be like a Swift driver. Take up 2 spots.
Did you hear Larry?
I'll put my Minnesota Vikings lawn chair in the middle of one, and when you come in a Packer fan, doesn't run it over.
There you go.
Right there.
Pamela said, "You truckers are awesome. Thank you all for what you do. You all sacrifice your time and your life to deliver to us Americans and beyond." Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you, Pamela.
Appreciate the support.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the kind words.
I did want to say something real quick. I know Lori's not on here, but I did want to say that Lori and Chris and I are putting together a schedule for the Trucker Safety Divas show going forward. So we will go back to our scheduled shows with topics. We're working out the details on that, but we should have it all posted for you guys Monday or Tuesday. And then we're going to work with our divas to see who wants to be on what show and whatnot. And Terry, I need to get with you because I got some ideas for you too.
Okay. And now that I'm back on the road, I'm available for all of it.
Yeah, I got some good ideas for you too.
Ideas.
Ideas. And by the way, Terry, I love your TikToks.
Oh, jeez. You're goofy. Sweet scale is closed. I can't believe St. Hudson's closed. Wow.
Hey, I love it when the scale's closed.
Chickens loose on scale, entry denied. CLOSED. Best words out here.
Best word ever.
Right?
Chickens loose on scale. Yep.
You know,
That's
you know
my
the scale
favorite
always
word.
makes-
Closed.
What, Angela?
I say the scale that always makes me nervous is the one in Banning, California. I'm always
they're
glad when
hard.
that one's closed.
They are hardcore.
Yes. And Greg Plum said he's glad to see everyone together.
And right here, where I just crossed the Hudson River from Minnesota into Wisconsin on 94, you have St. Croix on the Minnesota side and Hudson on the Wisconsin side. Those two work together, Minnesota and Wisconsin, and they will bust your ass quicker than you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they are brutal. I can't believe they were closed. They'll open up at like 2 in the morning just to catch guys going by in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow.
Now, Cathie,
Yeah,
where are you and Chris heading to this week?
Well, we got to
I'll let
go.
him do all that because he knows more about it than I do.
We got our current load goes to a Lowe's store in Logan, Utah. Then we got to go over to Hinkle over in West Valley City, Utah, pick up a load there. And that goes to the Sam's Distribution Center in Loveland, Colorado by Monday. So,
I love Colorado. I just don't like it in the winter.
Yeah, we got to get by yard and get some change.
It'll be 20 degrees one day and 65 the next.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's
Yeah, we finally got to go by a one of his terminals and get
I
some
gotta go.
change.
I got to do probably when I deliver in Loveland, our Denver yard ain't but about 25 miles away. I got to go up there and get some new chains for the truck.
Oh yeah, we just had to go through that a couple weeks ago. We had to go get chains because we had a new trailer, and our chains were in our old trailer the one we had before COVID. Hey, there's
Murphy says hi.
He looks like
Oh, yeah.
well, actually, it's not my gator. It's Anthony's gator, my middle son's gator.
I mean, that sunset is really pretty.
Good shot.
He's a
Yeah.
Terrier mix.
Yeah.
It's
His
reflective.
face. He's got his face.
Yeah, but you got the same face as Gator.
So, just so you guys know, Terry and Lori and I they will definitely be at the truck show, but Larry and I should be there too. So we'll probably be doing a lot of live streaming, showing you guys all the stuff at the truck show next week. It'd be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And So we'll hopefully get to show you all the cool stuff that's going on there. And Larry,
there's going to be beautiful trucks there, Angela. We got to get that on there. Some of the show trucks.
I can't wait. Larry wants to see he wants to like check out all the super sleepers.
Yeah.
We can sit there and
so
drool.
many there to look at. You'll run out of time. That's why I said rest your legs now if you can, because it's a lot of walking.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's a ton of walking, and it takes all 3 days to get through everything.
Yes, absolutely. But it's worth it. It's worth being exhausted, and it's a lot of fun.
Let's see. Diane says, Big Rig Shot had his truck pull over in Washington by 3 cops today. Have you heard the outcome of it? No, I have not. Have you guys heard anything about that?
No.
No, I haven't heard it.
Hit Washington hard after that accident day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Anybody that swerves, any truck that swerves, they're pulling them over and giving them a breathalyzer.
Oh my! Did you hear that? Terry said they're pulling him over and giving him a breathalyzer.
Yep. And they're coming up with any excuse to do it because of that DUI trucker that killed those people the other day.
Yes.
Goodness.
A friend of mine was right outside of Seattle, and they said his tire touched the white line, so they pulled him over and gave him a breathalyzer.
Wow.
Yeah, once again, me and Chris is gonna be living through Angie and Larry and James at the truck show.
I wish you guys could go.
I know, but I don't think Heartland's gonna
I don't know what
route us that way for us to come close to it.
I don't know what they're going to have me do after Colorado.
I'm pretty sure Heartland has booths at the truck shows, if I remember right. You should tell them you want to go there and as drivers, represent the drivers and help them.
We're probably going to have.
Well, he can talk to his dispatcher Monday and find out.
Well, they probably going to have. We have one truck that's decked out with all military.
Angie's seen it.
You've seen it, Angie.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The guy that drives that truck has 3 million safe miles.
Nice.
And he's a Navy veteran. So
that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I thought. I'm trying to see where. I think we might have saw it in Texas. I can't remember, but I remember when we saw it. And I thought of you guys.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. I love seeing all the military trucks out there. Those are my favorite.
It's Monday and see if we can't go by there.
I was supposed to get a military trailer, but it had a mechanical problem, so I couldn't get ours.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now
I got to bring my beat up truck to the truck show. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. You know, everybody thinks I'm a woman driver, so I cracked it up.
Our trailer says, what does it say? Star Leasing instead of saying Federal or FedEx Custom Critical. So they got us new trailers, but they didn't wrap them with our names. I'm like, so now nobody knows who we work for except for that our truck says FedEx.
Yeah.
And little tiny letters. Like I got pulled over the other day by a cop. He was going to do a level 1 inspection on me, and he got up to my, opened up the driver's side door. He goes, "Oh wait, you work for FedEx?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's looking at my trailer. I'm like, I know. It doesn't say FedEx.
I love those inspections. I get a couple $100 every time I pass one. I wish I get one every day.
That's the first time I ever got pulled over for an inspection.
You pass them all the time and never get nothing.
That's what I get.
That was the first time I've ever gotten pulled over for an inspection. And it was funny because once he saw my paperwork and saw the load that we were doing, he handed me back my medical card, my driver's license, and he goes, "I'm not going to deal with the paperwork it's going to take for me to do your inspection. So see you later." I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah. You know what? We've had a lot of here in the Dakotas and Minnesota with the price of fuel going up is we're getting stopped randomly and they're checking our fuel tanks for dyed fuel.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
wow.
have access to so much light fuel because of the farms. So all of our farmers
Something
run
nice in
the
the
fuel.
fuel.
So they're checking because it's so much cheaper. You don't pay state tax on it. They're doing random spot checks on semis on the big roads to see if we're running red fuel.
Wow.
Because the price is so much different. It's so much less than what we pay at the pump for diesel too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
So Pam Dixon, and I have to tell you this is true because when Pam was driving, I felt so bad for her because it seemed like once a month she was getting pulled in for a full inspection, and she said, "I'd be rich if I got money every time I got pulled over." And it was so true because it seemed like once a month she was saying, "Okay, I got pulled over for a level 1, or I got pulled over for a level 2." I was like, "You poor thing."
So that, you know, every company I've ever been with pays if you pay. I get 200 for a level 1, 300 for a level 2, and 500 for a level 3.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I've never driven for a company that didn't pay you for passing.
Well,
it.
you've gotten pulled into it. I don't remember where you was at, but the DOT officer said, "Oh, well, you can go on because Heartland keeps up with their trucks.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with y'all."
Yeah. I've got that. I got one. I was on Interstate 22 in Alabama, and I was going down the road, and Alabama trooper was coming onto the interstate. So I got over, so let him on, right? So he's staying behind me. Thinking I know he blue lights me. I said, "What am I doing?" So I pulled over. He walks up to the door. He goes, "Hey, drive around. He mean to scare you." He said, I just need to get a couple inspections done before the end of the month." He said, "I seen the Heartland truck." He said, "I know Heartland keeps their stuff up to par." He said, "It won't take but about 10, 15 minutes to be on your way."
That's awesome. See, that makes you feel good when you work for a company that has a reputation of keeping their trucks up.
Yeah.
And when you have, you know, the CSA scores, like I never get pulled into a scale house. I can be fully loaded and I get the bypass because of our score. It's amazing. I love it.
Miss Diane wants to
we
know
hardly
what
ever
is
get pulled in
dyed
either.
fuel.
Hey, Terry, Diane was asking you, what is dyed fuel? She didn't know.
Dyed fuel, it's usually 95% of the time it's actually red. They dye it a different color, and once in a great while, especially down south, it might be blue. It is tax-free fuel for farmers to use on the farms in their equipment, and it's legal to use in your reefer.
That's also called off-road fuel.
You cannot use it to power a vehicle on the highways or main thoroughfares. It's farm use only, other than reefer. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken, I think they call that off-road diesel.
Yep, and we just call it dyed fuel. I was born and raised on a dairy farm. We just call it dyed fuel or red fuel.
Well,
and
with this, with all the fuel prices.
Yeah, it's cheaper by the gallon and it's tax-free. You know how like a company will ask us to fuel in more than one state, try to fuel in multi-states, because if we travel through, let's say, Wisconsin, but I never fuel here, they're going to have to pay a tax anyway, even if they don't fuel here, just because we travel here so much. We have to contribute to the road maintenance. Well,
right.
With dyed fuel, it's the exact same fuel. I could run it in my truck without a doubt. It's just there's no taxes no matter where you're at, and that's why they don't want you're not allowed to use it on the highways or major roads at all. It's set up to give farmers a little bit of a break on their equipment for the running the tractors and whatnot.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
Yeah,
I just feel like I learned a wealth of information.
Yeah, and like when for years I hauled for a potato farmer, and it said on there the name of the company, and all of these places up here knew the name, and pretty good farm, and we get checked a lot because when you work for a farmer, that's who's the dirty. That some of them. That's who's going to try to sneak and put them in your truck.
Right.
Because they get it. They have so much of it. Like we had massive tanks right on the farm of dyed fuel. So
Yeah.
and that's
I
really
know.
what it is. It's a big
I do
fine
know.
if you get caught
I
with
do
dyed
know
fuel.
that some state DOT officers, if they pull you in for an inspection, they got a stick. They got a dye stick.
Yep,
They'll
that's
open
right.
you, take that. They'll dip it in there. If it comes out red, you're busted. They'll write you a
Red or
ticket
brown.
because you're not. Yep.
And we're talking upwards of $10,000 per incident. If you get caught in some states, it's that high.
Wow. And I can see a lot of truckers doing that right now because, especially the owner ops because of the fuel prices.
And that's who they're looking at is the real, like the guy, the farmer who has 3 trucks, or in my case, we had 5. The smaller guy that is really struggling to pay the $7 for a gallon.
Yeah.
That's who they're really targeting.
We all need to keep on our fuel every night before we go to bed, and every morning when we get up. See if any, because Kristen got up, and our thing was on my side.
Yeah, it's on your side.
It was on my side where somebody did not put the fuel cap back on.
They got me.
So
Yeah, I've been hearing of trucks being siphoned when the drivers are sleepy because the diesel cost is so high too. So it's like I understand it, but it's like it's pretty shitty that you can't sleep comfortably because you have to worry about somebody possibly siphoning diesel out of your truck.
well, I think they got scared because they didn't get none. So thank God for that. But it's just beware. Check it every morning. On your pre-trip. Check that fuel and make sure you when you stop at nighttime, that's the same. It's sitting at the same place the next morning.
Yep.
Are you guys, I lost you for a little bit. Are you talking about people stealing diesel fuel right out of your tank?
Yeah.
Yes, Terry.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was at the Loves. We stopped at Loves in can't remember what it was in Tennessee, and we did our 10-hour break. I got up and walked around the truck the next morning to do my pre-trip, and I noticed that the cap on my driver's side, on the passenger side tank, was off. And she was asking me, "What's wrong?" I said, "We got."
Yep.
I said, somebody. I said, thing about it is that now Heartland, they have the anti-cycling
Mechanism.
sleeved in the tanks. So I don't know if he was able. I don't know if he was able to get anything, but that when I got up, the cap was off, so I had to put it back on. But
what did you say?
Yeah.
Has anti what in your tank?
She didn't hear what you said about the what Heartland got in there.
Well, Heartland puts in, excuse me, anti-cycling sleeves, but it fits down inside the tank.
Gotcha.
And what it is, it's a real small hole.
Cycling. Okay.
It's at the bottom of the. What it is, all it is a cylinder. All the way around it, it has little bitty small holes, all the way around, all the way to the bottom. There's one small hole at the bottom of the cylinder. That way allows for fuel to still flow freely into the tank when you're getting fuel, but it makes it hard for anybody to try to sopple it out.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
I hope nobody didn't have our vehicles at home.
Diane said they are also drilling holes under the tank and stealing the diesel that way.
Yep.
And Patricia said some trucks, they have a thing that they can't get any out because of the anti-siphoning, if I said that right.
Yep. I remember back in the 80s, the late 80s, there was a big surge on them.
Vehicles would spawn at home.
Drilling a tiny little hole in the bottom of the tank and draining it out. Back in the late 80s, it was happening everywhere.
I got a buddy of mine. He was talking about that's what's going on back at his house, back home at his hometown. There's been a couple of people gotten caught. They'll get underneath the car, drill a hole in the bottom of the tank, and drain the fuel, the gas out of the gas tank, and take off. Then when you get up in the next morning,
It's bad enough around our area where we live at home. The counties, they were stealing Cadillac converters out from underneath your vehicles.
It's sad that our country is in that state where that's what people have to do.
Yes. I think a lot of people, especially in the trucking industry, are getting to the point that they're feeling desperate. It's like they got to get out there and get those runs done. Especially the smaller trucking corporations that maybe only have a couple trucks. It's like they got to get out there and get those loads, but with the cost of the price of diesel, and when you get your surtax, it's not covering all of that diesel expense.
Oh yeah,
it's horrible.
It's almost like you're running for a load for pennies just because of the expenses are so high right now. I'm just scared. At one point back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I don't remember when, but I ended up paying $15 a gallon for diesel fuel in Connecticut one time. I will never forget that as long as I live. And I am so fearful that that's where we're headed.
Somehow, some way.
We can't handle that. We won't survive that.
We could hear somebody drilling our tank, though. You would think you would hear that, but
if you get an APU running or your truck idles all the time, it's hard to hear that.
So Patricia was saying that she could hear someone drilling through her tank.
Was that in her semi?
Oh, you got lost.
yeah, because it's.
But if
I don't know if you got an APU going on, and if you got your truck running or a reefer running, I can imagine it's probably easy for you not to hear it.
But the scary part is, guys, if I heard that, I don't know that I would try to stop it. Nowadays,
yeah, but you don't know what they're
that's right.
willing to do.
If I had Paulsta with me, or Angela, Larry and James, and Cathie's husband, is it worth going out there and getting shot over some diesel fuel? Because that's where people's minds are right now.
That's not worth it.
It's pretty.
I think the only thing I could do just call 911 and just get an officer out there as soon as possible.
And that was you that said that, right, Cathie?
I called 911 and someone said
I believe so.
Is that Cathie talking that would call 911?
Yeah. That's the only thing I could do, just sit there and call 911 and let them know what's going on and say, look, I'm not getting out there to stop them because scared of what could happen.
And I apologize, I can't watch my screen because I'm driving, but you guys are so little on my screen, so I'm trying to recognize voices. So I'm sorry, that's why I asked.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh,
Larry,
you're fine.
Larry said he would call
so
911 and tell them to send an ambulance.
You have to be so worried about everything you make.
That would be Chris.
Even saying something to a guy, like taking a break on a fuel island. Hey, dude, I'm behind you. Like,
Thing that is, see, I could check out my new thumper I just bought maybe a month ago. I bought me a 2.5 pound sledgehammer with a handle about 3 inches long. I used to thump my tires with.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can also buy one of those child's, a small baseball bat, and go to a welder or a metal company, and they'll fill it with metal. They'll fill it so it's solid, but it looks like a baseball bat.
Yes.
Like a little kid's baseball bat.
I have to tell this. I think it was before we was buying our house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even though I've got my pit bull and everything else, and he probably would protect us, but I went out because him being gone so much, and I was having problems, people siphoning gas out of both of my vehicles, and so I went out to Walmart and bought 2 baseball bats.
2 pink.
Yeah, and there was 2 pink baseball bats. Now my kids have lost both of the bats.
That's probably because we move so much.
But I told them, I said, all right, this is our thing. If somebody breaks into the house, y'all come to them, facing them. Your mama's going to come up behind them and hit them in the back of the head. But y'all get their attention before I can do that. And there for a long time until the baseball bats came up missing. Our youngest son, Jacob,
He slept.
he slept with that baseball bat.
Pam Dixon
I
Hershey.
also carry a stun gun in the truck with me. Since I'm not vaccinated, I can't go to Canada anymore. I carry a stun gun everywhere I go.
So you like the one on the left-hand side?
What?
Like the one on the left-hand side?
But it was, I mean,
Oh yeah, the one on the left hand side. Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure the kid, me and the kids were safe. So, and I didn't want him to worry, because there's been a few times where I had to call 911 and get the law out there because somebody was tapping on my bedroom window and all. But I was like, I said, don't worry about it. We have a safe. We got inside the house. They get inside the house, they're gonna get hit with 2 baseball bats. So
Yeah.
Pam Dixon Hershey says, I have my late husband's small baseball bat. He used to check his tires with it.
right, yeah, I've got to go and purchase 2 more bats.
You know what they said?
Yeah, it looks like it. But that's not it. That's not the one.
If you want to legally carry a bat and make it so nobody can say it's a weapon, carry a baseball also or a mitt. That way, because if somebody can prove it's a weapon, it's illegal in the truck. But if you have a ball with it, then you can say my husband and I, or I have it for truckers to play with.
That is so smart, Terry. That is so freaking. I never even thought of that.
That way they can't say it's a weapon. If you have a ball with it, what am I going to do? Throw a ball and rob her? And we play. It's how we get our exercise. My fat ass goes out and chases a baseball.
That is so awesome.
Hey, that's a good idea. I'll make sure I buy a couple of baseballs.
Say I play baseball with Okay, Larry's laughing because he didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, you could just say what you guys that have bigger dogs, like Cathie, you have a big dog. Oh, I just hit the ball, because I can't throw it, my shoulder's shot. So I hit it with a baseball bat, and she fetches it. You just have to be able to explain that it's not a weapon. And it's sad that we do that we can't even have a baseball bat without being questioned.
Yeah.
Just get a tire thumper.
But yeah, if you carry a bat, carry a ball too.
Yeah, I just recently found out that if somebody breaks in your house and your dog protects you, they still gonna take your dog away from you.
Yep, they can see
and
you.
that is so wrong because that dog is just protecting his family. You broke into their home, and they're protecting
the dog
you.
bites. It's stupid.
So
Patricia said, since we lost our dog 2 months ago, this is my first time out with my husband without the dogs. It's different and sad, and I miss him so much. It's not the same. I have 2 kitties at home. Yeah, that would be super hard.
We all love our dogs. I think all of us have dogs. And sorry for your loss.
Me too.
Yeah.
We're all dog lovers here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Every one of us.
Yep.
I won't drive alone without a dog. I won't do it at all.
Yeah, I've got to get a hold of Heartland or something and talk to the owner or something because I need to have a dog in this truck. But they let Millis pay a pet deposit and allow
Make sure it's
dogs
refundable, though,
on that
Cathie.
truck.
Make sure it's refundable if there's no damage.
Yes.
Right.
I refuse to pay a non-refundable pet deposit because I know my dogs don't do any damage. I'll pay $10,000 as long as it's refundable.
Yes.
Right, and that's me. I'm willing to pay the pet deposit. Just let me have my dog.
Yeah. And talk to them, Cathie, about its safety. We're not allowed to carry a gun. We're not supposed to carry a gun anyway. And having that dog can prevent any incidents, like somebody at your fuel tank. That dog can let you know somebody's there. Use that when you go talk to them because it is safe. It's safer for us, especially women, to have a dog because that's an alarm system. It can prevent damage to Heartland's equipment. It can prevent theft of Heartland's property. Use that line. It's true.
It is because Diesel at home, he has to pull my curtains apart where he can look out that window because he's at the foot of my bed in his crate. And he knows how to he doesn't bark or anything, but he knows if I stand up and I keep walking around this crate, my mama's going to hear me and wake up and investigate.
Yeah.
And so, when I hear him constantly walking around and I'm up, like, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? Diesel, what's wrong? And if I see him looking out that bedroom window, I know somebody's out there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just try to, talk him into it using that for reasons why you need your dog.
Exactly, because we're trying to talk in my sweet honey about getting another one.
And a lot
How's that coming?
No, Cathie, a lot of companies
He's on the fence. He's on the fence. He has told me that if I do a couple of things that will please him, that he'll say yes.
I don't know if I want to know what those things are.
No, I don't. And so, but he one minute he's like, yeah, okay, baby, it's fine, and then next minute, no. But
we both agree we don't know if we can have the money.
Yeah, we're going. Both of us kind of going back and forth. But she sent me photos. I already told her I liked 4, 2 females and 2 males, and I haven't completely made up my mind on them yet. I haven't actually let him sit down and actually look at them. One is a runt, and the runt I'm more leery to, but because I know the runts, they could be the best dogs there can be.
Yeah.
And so right now she said she don't know. She's feeding him more than the others. And also she's like, if you choose that one, choose another one in case that one don't make it. So I'm like, oh no, please don't tell me that.
Pamela Kreider said that the state of Ohio just passed a law that you can conceal and carry a firearm without a permit. We have a right according to the Second Amendment. See, unfortunately, a lot of CDL truck drivers don't, like, for example, we work for FedEx. I can't even have pepper spray on here. I can't have a knife that has a blade longer than 3 inches. I can't have anything on here. So a lot of it's just
I think Heartland is pretty much the same.
but usually anybody that conceals and carries is an owner operator.
Yeah, Heartland's the same way.
It's not only that. Paul's best friend is a state trooper in South Dakota, and he explained it better than anybody ever has. So let's say use California as an example. Let's say California says Yep, you can have a gun in the state in your commercial vehicle. Okay, then the major cities. So let's say Los Angeles and San Diego. San Diego says, yeah, we're okay with that, but Los Angeles says no. That means you can have it in California, but you can't cross into the city of Los Angeles. And it goes further. The counties can have a say so as well. So if LA County says no, even though California says yes, LA County has a right to say no. You can't have
Well, that's just like it.
And that's just like Panama City. We are so broken up there. We have Parker, we have Tyndall, we have Callaway, we have Lynn Haven, we have Cedar Grove, we have Springfield, we have Millville, and everything else. So they're all broken
Different subsidies.
and everything else and all that. And it's just like, oh man. But it's funny how the post office will tell you, don't put Millville, don't put,
Panama City.
you got to put Panama City. But I'm like, yeah, but like with us, we live in Bayou George and all, but we have to put Panama City.
Yeah.
No, I know, like Terry said, I see that even goes as far as state to state. You might South Carolina, North Carolina might say yes, but you go into Virginia, they say no, or
Yep. Yeah, it's a super confusing. In my personal opinion, I think truck drivers, as long as they get a conceal and carry permit and they've gone through the legal rigmarole it takes, I think that we should be able to protect ourselves. So, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, and that's I agree with that. Well, that's the reason why I have my little 2.5 pound pedal hammer, and I got at least 2 1.5, maybe 2-inch pocket knives. I got one above my head, above my driver's seat, and I got one back here in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So if somebody comes knocking on my door and I'm laying down, I can grab it. Or if I'm sitting in the seat, somebody wants to come up and try to strong arm me, I can just reach up and grab it.
Pamela said you need to fight for your Second Amendment right. And Pam Dixon Hershey says, I have pepper spray that looks like lipstick. Okay, that's really smart.
Yeah. And I have a switchblade that looks like lipstick. And it's actually, it actually has lipstick in it, but it's a switchblade.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's sad because like I think it was Patricia said that about Ohio, the state says it's okay, but yet the county and each individual city can supersede that decision. And it's so confusing. So like in North Dakota where I live, my county says I can have it. My town says I can't. So I can go close to my house, but I can't get to the house. I can be in the county, but not in my town of 900, my big whopping town.
Yeah, I just think that if you are able to go through the process of legally getting a conceal and carry, then you should be able to protect yourself on the truck.
Yep.
Because, I mean, we all know it's a process just to be able to get a conceal and carry license. And so I figure if you've gone through the training and you've gone through that, then you should be allowed to do that. But
yeah, I have mine, and it is a big background check, fingerprints, the whole 9.
Exactly.
And I can carry
anyway.
Yeah, I can carry in multiple states, but you can't always carry in the cities or the towns. It's sad. Yeah. It's really sad.
It's close. Okay, guys, I think we're going to get ready to wrap it up because it's almost an hour. Did anybody have any announcements they needed to make?
Well, I hope you guys can make it to the truck show.
Me too. I want to meet you.
Yes, finally. Cathie, you guys need to call Heartland and tell them you want to show up at their booth and tell them
Yeah, I think I might have him call Monday and talk to his dispatcher and everything else and all, and just tell him, hey, just give me one day, just give me one day just to go by there, and we can do our 10-hour break there. Come on, get us a load there.
Well, and also
Yeah.
because potential drivers will listen because they always do recruiting. If I'm a driver looking for a job, I'm going to listen to what you say about the company more than about what an office admin says.
Absolutely.
Tell them that. Tell them you love Heartland, you recommend them, and you'd love to, try to help them recruit.
I know that's what they need me there for because,
Being a
I
lady.
advocate for Heartland all the time.
Yeah, and being a lady
I will
helps.
say this. I will say this. They do take care of you.
That's good. Good to hear.
Like I said, I don't know if I told Angie and Larry about it.
I don't know, but you're going over.
But no, but I fell off a truck back to my truck one time, broke my leg in 2 places. I spent 3 weeks in the hospital. It required 3 surgeries to repair my leg, then 6 months rehab. And I came back to work, no problem, didn't lose no time with service. And I didn't pay a dime out of my pocket. Everybody said, well, Workman's Comp took care of that. I said, well, Hitler's ain't going to take it. Workman's Comp only pays 80%. They only pay a portion. You had to pay the rest. I said, I didn't pay a dime out of my pocket.
Yeah.
They paid for everything.
It's nice when you can get a company you can trust like that. Like I have the same thing with mine. I'm very blessed.
Yeah. You've got a good company.
Yeah,
they came through with us with when we lost our home in the Hurricane Michael, so they stepped up there as well.
And that's cool because it's good to hear because Heartland is not a tiny company. So that's really good to hear from a mega carrier, from a larger company. Mine only has 150 trucks and like the owner, I go into his office and BS with them and, but when you're with a bigger
whenever I do a TikTok, I hashtag Heartland Express in it.
Okay.
And so we was at the terminal in Texas.
Yeah.
And so I looked up, I'm like, well, am I following Heartland? I know they got a TikTok. So I went and looked them up, and every one of my Christmas videos is there.
Oh,
very cool.
Yeah.
So I was like,
you be safe. My husband keeps calling in like 12 times now, so he's a little.
Y'all have a good night.
Yes, we know y'all got to go. So we'll see you Wednesday on the.
Now, Angie, let me know you guys are going to make.
Larry and Angie, y'all be safe out there. Keep it 20 ditches.
And let me know.
You too, Miss Terry.
Okay. What?
You do the same. Stay safe out there.
Thank you, ma'am. I will. And I hope to see all of you guys in Louisville.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Can't wait to meet everybody else.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.